So it's once another day, and we're here together again. I actually planned to come a bit earlier, but some things actually kept me. Anyway, we are here already. So I trust we all had a beautiful day. I trust our day actually went well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're connecting from. On this night's discussion, we want to consider why single mothers get used. So we're going to be looking at the concept of single parenting. We're going to look at the types. We're also going to consider the causes, the possible reasons why some people end up as being single parent. And then we're also going to look at the prevalence in the society. We're going to look at the challenges it poses on those persons, possibly as well as the society at large. And then we're going to consider both the advantages and disadvantages of single parenting. And then we're also going to look at solution for single parenting. So before we start in, I want to do well to plead with those persons for whom this will be their first time of connecting to this very live stream or this very channel. Please, as you are coming in, ensure that you do well to subscribe. I'll really appreciate, because there are beautiful and interesting conversations and topics for discourse in coming days. And I believe as you connect and as you subscribe, you'll be among the first persons to actually benefit from whatsoever this channel holds for you. So we'll start up right away. But before we start up, I want to ask, what do you think are the possible causes of single parenting? And secondly, do you think that single parenting is actually on the rise in recent times? What are your own perspective about it? Do you think that single parenting is actually on the rise in recent times? I would love to get our opinion about it. I will appreciate our opinion about the topic. What do you think about it? What are the possible causes of single parenting? And then let us know, do you think it's actually on the rise in recent times? And then I also want to get our own suggestion. What do you think are the possible solutions to cope the rate of single parenting in the society? What are the implications? Let me know your own view about it. So without making further ado, what exactly is the meaning of single parenting? Single parenting simply refers to the practice of raising a child or children without the presence or active involvement of mothers. Sorry, let me take it again. Single parenting simply means the practice of raising a child or children without the presence or active involvement of the other parent. So it might be the father, it might be the mother. So that practice. Thank you so much, Shadow Milk. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful having you here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Oh, my sister, thank you so much. See, my sister, it's been like century already. Thank you so much. How have you been now? How are you coping? Happy Sunday. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Junior, I'm good. Mick Mark Junior, I'm good. How you doing? Thank you for having all of us here. Thank you so much. My sister, I've been fine. Oh, how about you now? Don't worry, one of these days I'll spend time in your house. I'll spend a lot of time. How you coping now? How's Whitey treating you? All right, thank you everyone for connecting. If you are yet to subscribe, do well to click on the subscribe button. So as I was saying earlier, on this night discussion, I'll do so. On this night discussion, we're talking about single parenting. Why do single mothers get used at the end? Why do men tend to use single mothers That's where our concentration will mostly be channeled to. All right. Oh, it's well, my sister. It's well. Whitey, these days, it only takes grace to continue. Anyway, so the single parenting, single mother, we are saying that single parenting simply refers to the practice of raising a child or children without the presence or active involvement of the other parent. Oh, Shadow Milk, I'm still with you. Why are you leaving us so soon? I'm still with you. Thank you for visiting anyways. So single parenting simply means the practice of raising children or a child without the presence or active involvement of one partner, right? In most cases, single mothers happen to be the ones who take full responsibility for their children in managing their emotional, financial, and physical needs alone. In most instances, it is the mother who happen to manage the emotional needs, the financial needs, as well as the physical needs of the children. So what we are saying in essence is that in most instances, it's not the father that happen to take the responsibility of the children. It happens to be that women are the ones that falls victim of being the single parent. Example, a mother who separates from her partner due to domestic abuse may end up raising her children without any support from the father. It happens a lot. A mother who separates from her partner due to domestic abuse may end up raising her children without any support from the father. What are the causes? Let us know in the comment box. What do you think are the causes of the high rate of single parents in the society? What do you think are the possible causes? So what are the reasons that we have a lot of single parents out there? Single mother or single motherhood can arise due to several reasons. We have the divorce or separation. Divorce or separation could be one of those reasons where there is marital breakdown as a common cause. So we are saying that most of the time it's due to divorce that makes most women end up training or raising up their children. Yes, at times it's also deceit. At times it's deceit. At times it's separation. At times also we also have death of a partner where one partner has been unalive. Yes, loss of spouse, exactly, my sister. Most times it's as a result of loss of spouse. It's not really the fault of the lady. Most times also unplanned pregnancy could also be the reason why we have a lot of single parents. Unplanned pregnancy. And do you know that in most times or in most cases it's a result of the choice of one of those partner. In some cases, women intentionally opt for single parenting through adoption or insemination. Most time women too can opt for the option of taking full responsibility for their children. They want to be the one to take full responsibility for their children, most especially when they see the man is not even forthcoming. The man is not opting up to take his role as the father of the children. The women may want to take that responsibility. Exactly, my sister. In most instances where there is domestic violence, the mother or the woman may not want to continue in that relationship. She may escape for her life because it is who is alive that will take care of the children. So she may escape due to unsafe situation, and this will result in single parenting. For 2025, as an instance, the rate of domestic violence seems to have shot up. It seems to have shot up. So it is even advisable in most instances, if you see the home is becoming toxic, move on with your life. Move on with your life, because it is who is alive that will take care of the children. So domestic violence could be a reason. Loss of spouse, as my sister have said, could be a reason. Separation could be a reason. Choice of the lady when she see that the man is not forthcoming, that possibly the family of the man, the in-laws, they are not even supportive. When there are instances of unplanned pregnancy, the lady might be the one to say, it's like these people, They may not give me that environment or that atmosphere where exactly infidelity too. Yes, that's a strong point too. That's a strong point. That's a strong point. Infidelity of a partner because the wife, for instance, do not want to get infected. I've heard instances like that where the wife does not want to get infected, so she'll move on with her life to allow the man to go on with his fate. In most instances too, it may even be the man. So infidelity can be a strong reason why most persons move on and then take full responsibility of their children. Thank you everyone for having us here. Please, if you are yet to give this live stream a thumbs up, please double tap your screen. I'll really appreciate. Yes, family differences, especially where the both sides, their belief, their ideas, their perspective are not the same. Oh, thank you so much, Ekis. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yesterday I was saying I will come back to check on you, but I couldn't because I finished very late. Thank you so much for having me here. So most time where the in-law, especially when it has to do with religion or tradition in most instance. So thank you so much. So most time you may need to move on for your mental well-being. You may need to move on. I've seen instances where the mother-in-law beats the daughter-in-law. Any small thing, she has beaten her up. In those instances, the lady, for the safety, for the sanity of her mental health, for her own sanity, she may need to move on. So issues that are arising from in-laws could also be instances that will spur the need to move on. So those are, in fact, they are the reasons for the high rate of single parenting are actually multifaceted. They are a lot, they are vast. So what are the types of single parenting? What are the types of single motherhood? We have the widowed single mothers, those ones that lost their spouse through death. Then we have the divorced or separated single mothers, those that ended up marriage or relationship. Then we have the third one, which is unmarried single mothers. This one, they never married at all. This one is often as a result of a failed relationship. Then we have the fourth type, which is the choice single mothers. These ones are those ones that made up the decision that things are not going as I planned. This family are not the type that I planned for myself. So they are not even the type that will take good responsibility of my children. So she need to move on. So we now have the fifth one, which is teen single mothers. These are young women raising children without a partner's support. Without the partner's support, I've seen a scenario where two children, they were in secondary school, they got pregnant, and then the mother, because the guys that got them pregnant are not even of age. So the mother saw that, in fact, what happened was that when the pregnancy was taken to the guys, that is the male counterpart, their parents, they did not accept the pregnancy. So the mother had to take responsibility to take care of the children. So this type of single parenting can be classified under the teen single mothers. Exactly. Especially those people, my sister, that they are well to do, those women that are independent, financially independent, they may want to take responsibility. They say, I just want children. I don't want all those wahala of men. I don't want those drama of men. I don't want any drama in my life. They may want to take full responsibility for their children. They may want to take full responsibility for their children. So they say, I just want children, and then they go on. So what are the prevalence? What are the prevalence of single motherhood? Single motherhood is increasingly common worldwide. We are saying that according to statistics, single motherhood is on the rise, especially with the way our world is going. Single motherhood is on the rise. According to UNICEF and World Bank data, in the United States, nearly 1 in 4 children live with a single mother, meant to say. Nearly 1 in 4 children, meaning that according to these statistics, for every 4 children, nearly 1 out of them live with a single mother. In Africa, particularly in countries like South Africa and Nigeria, high rates of single motherhood are often linked to poverty, migration, and cultural dynamics. Now, for instance, that one that have to do with migration, all right? In most instances, the man may be in a different country or a different state as a result of his occupation, and then the environment is not conducive enough for the whole family to move on. You know that with movement of the family to another place, it will change. Both it will involve changing the school of the children, it will involve changing the lifestyle of the children, it will involve changing a whole lot of, including the church in most instances. It will include changing almost everything. So migration could also be a reason for single motherhood or single parenting. And then we are saying poverty too could also be another reason why there is high rate of single parenting in Africa as well as South Africa and Nigeria. And also we have cultural dynamics, as we have said earlier, that sometimes the both parties, the both families, their cultural beliefs, they are not the same. They are not the same. So like the topic we considered yesterday, which has to do with family crackdown, where you marry someone from another religion, the family may want to say is either that relationship end up, or you go your own way, you be counted out as you no longer belong to that family again. So what are the challenges of single parenting? Single mothers often face significant difficulties. I don't know how many of us have watched that movie Straw. If you have watched that movie, you are yet to watch it, please try to watch it. Myself, I'm also going to check that movie again. If you are yet to watch that movie, check it up. Straw. That movie is talking about single motherhood. You see the challenges that single mothers face, where that lady had to take responsibility. She lost almost everything the same day, looking similar to the story of Job. She lost her job. She wasn't even paid. She lost her daughter. The daughter was already challenged health-wise. So everything was already becoming challenging for her. Even on returning back from the place she went to drop her daughter, you find out that the policeman, she had an altercation with the policeman, the police personnel. So that movie will really tell us challenges that single parents go through, especially with mothers. So if you are here to check up that movie, you can check it up. So single mothers often face significant difficulties which may make them vulnerable to being used or exploited. Now imagine where that lady lost her husband, and peradventure she was very beautiful. Most men may come because of her body. Most men may come because of her body, not because they truly love her. Most men may come because of her body. Instances where the lady is very beautiful and then it was due to loss of her spouse. Most men may not come to settle down with her because, for instance, she already had a male child. She had a female child. So what, for instance, those men will be like, what are they even looking for again when she already have everything? And they may not even take responsibility for those children. They may not take responsibility for the children. So most men will come to use her and not to marry her. And her children, in most instances, the man may not even accept the children. So these are some of the challenges that single mothers faced. So we have challenges that cropped up from financial instability. Lack of dual income forces many to depend on others. Exactly, my sister. So when the woman is not financially buoyant enough, she may want to, any man at all that comes to her life, she want to settle down because she wants to take care of those children. Look at Nigeria, for instance, with the way things are expensive. It's already challenging for her to meet up with the daily need of those children, more especially where those children are still younger. More especially where the children are very younger, are still young. So you see, and you know, childhood is not easy at all. to raise children is not easy, especially when they are sick. You are thinking about the food, you are thinking about medication, you are thinking about their clothes, you are thinking about neighbors or neighbor children, not even beating up the children. You are thinking about a whole lot. You are thinking about how to even catch up with jobs, just to see how to raise finance. So it is very challenging. So when you now see a man who may be an option for you to at least relieve you financially, they may be vulnerable to depend on that man. And most men, when they see or they can pick up those vulnerability, they may want to use that opportunity. They may want to use it against the lady. So that is one of the challenge that single mothers faced. That's one of the major challenge. Financial instability can make them become vulnerable to depend on any available person. The next one is emotional loneliness. Most single mother, it's not easy for them. They may want the presence of the male counterpart. So longing for companionship can lead to poor relationship choices. For most of them, they just want someone they can listen to them. They just want someone they can speak to, someone they can express their frustration to. So most time this makes them make wrong choices. Most time this is what makes them make wrong choices, because they are emotionally vulnerable. They want someone they can talk to, they want someone they can turn to, someone that can feel their pain. So emotional vulnerability or emotional loneliness can make most single parents to end up being used up. The third point is because of society pressure and stigma. Societal pressure and stigma can be a major reason, which is why most people live in homes that are suffering from domestic violence, homes that the men are beating them, because what will people say? They are thinking on what will people say. What will people say will make them continue suffering. So most ladies, because they don't want to be stigmatized by others, so they end up, any man at all that show interest on them, whether it meets up their standard or not, they want to stick to that man. So they are often judged or looked down upon, so that they will avoid that situation where they are being judged wrongly, that possibly it was because of their attitude, that's why they could not stay in a man's house. Possibly because it was their maybe they may even attach, for Africa for instance, they may even attach and say, okay, possibly maybe the man lost the man, they can say it's because the woman was a witch, for instance, and then they will tag her with a wrong feature. These are some of the vulnerability of single mothers. Another one is exploitation in relationships. Some men may take advantage by offering emotional or financial support in exchange for manipulation or control. Some of those men, they want to rule the life of that woman. They want her to be under their control, under their power, under their direction, because they are offering her emotional support, or they are offering her financial support. They want her to bend to their rule. Where they say stand, they must stand, even when it is not comfortable. What they want them to do, they must do it, whether it is comfortable or not. Most men want them to be bended to their rules. These are some of the vulnerability of single mothers. These are some of the reasons why they end up being used up, because those men are actually offering them financial support, or they are there for them emotionally. So they tend to exploit them. What are those other challenges that single mothers face? Limited time and resources. Struggling to balance work and parenting leaves them less equipped to detect manipulation, because they want support, because the man is offering financial support, offering emotional support, offering any type of support at all that is serving as a bit of psychological relief for these ladies. Because these things are there, some of them, in the longing to balance between the protection, balance between the support, balance between all these things, now makes them, they can't even detect when they are being manipulated, when they are being controlled. Some of those women, because they are vulnerable, they can't even pick up when they are controlled. Some of them are even aware that they are being manipulated, but what would they do? Because what will society say? Most especially, maybe they end up being married by the new man. Some of them, if that marriage break up, they will say, yes, we already said that it will end up this way because of her attitude, because she's this and that. They start talking out different things. So these are some of the challenges that single mothers face. The next one, okay, before then we have an example: a single mother dating someone who pretends to care only to exploit her financially and emotionally. This one happens more where the woman is financially stable. When the woman is financially stable, some of those men may want to exploit her because they are there for her emotionally. So they want to use the opportunity to exploit her. These are some of the challenges that single mothers face. What are the disadvantages and advantages of single parenting? Do you think there are advantages of single parenting? Do we think, if you think there are advantages of single parenting, let us know in the comment box. Let us know in the comment box. I also want to appreciate my sister for staying this long. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. For everyone that stay around to this point, thank you so much. So do we think there is advantage to single parenting? Let us know in the comment box. Do we think there are advantages? Do you think there are disadvantages? Let us know in the comment box. What do you think are the possible advantages of single parenting? So for advantage of single parenting, greater independence. They make decisions without needing a partner's approval. Yes, there are some degree of advantages. One of it is that there are greater independence on the side of the parents, the single parent. They tend to have that opportunity to make decisions without needing a partner's approval, especially where the partner was manipulative, was controlling, did not even give the opportunity to make appropriate decision. So they will have greater independence here to make decision for themselves, for their children, for their work. The next one is stronger bond with children, because what they are focusing more now is on their children, to ensure their children are successful. So they will tend to build a stronger bond with those children. The closeness can be deepened. The closeness with their children can be deepened in the absence of another parent, because this is the persons that they now have available. Thank you so much, Ekis. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. So at that moment, that relationship tend to deepen, because the man is not there, the male factor is not there. So they will tell you, all I got, all I have now is my children. That is all I have. My children are all I have. So that emotional bond will be stronger. The next one is personal growth. Many develop resilience and multitasking abilities. So most of them, their emotional stretch tend to be stronger. Their emotional tensile, they tend to be stronger than before. There are things that no longer move them. For some of them, they are more stable, that when they want to move on to another relationship, they are more balanced and their judgment is a bit clearer, because they want to target what they want to. They want to arrive at what they want and not just what is available for some of those cases. Now, what are the possible disadvantages of single parenting? Emotional vulnerability, as we earlier said. A desire for connection may lead to manipulation of these ladies. A desire for connection, a desire for mostly sexual drives may make them vulnerable for manipulation, for control. Financial strain in most instances. Single-handedly managing a household is often very challenging. for you to single-handedly handle a household, especially maybe she already have had 3 children before she became a single mother. To financially raise those 3 children is very challenging. To cater for them is very challenging because you have to be there for those children psychologically, you have to be there for those children emotionally, you have to be there for those children financially, you have to be there for them all round. You are the father, you are the mother at the same time. For the men too, you are the mother, you are the father at the same time. So social isolation can be one of the disadvantage. Stigma can lead to loneliness and decreased support for most of these single mothers. Stigma can lead to loneliness and decreased support for most of them. What are the solutions now for single parenting and single mothers? Do we think there are solutions? Let us know in the comment box. Let us know in the comment box. What are those single solutions that can be preferred to single parents to cope the rate of single parenting from being on the increase? What are those possible solutions? Let us know in the comment box. If you are just connecting, I really appreciate. Thank you so much for having us here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I look forward to our contributions. If you are here to subscribe, do well to click on that subscribe button. If you are here to give this live stream a thumbs up, double tap your screen. So let us know your contribution in the comment box. What are the solutions you want to provide to a single parent, single mother out there, so that she will not end up being used by the male counterpart, so that she will not be used up by the predators out there? Because we have already established that most single mothers, they are vulnerable financially, they are vulnerable emotionally, they are vulnerable due to stigmatization. They are vulnerable to stigmatization and discrimination. So what are those possible solutions you want to offer for those that are single and are searching, so that they don't end up being single parents? So without making further ado, some of those possible solutions include to prevent single mothers from being used or taken advantage of. We have empowerment through education and job skills. So some of them may need to learn new skills so that they can be financially buoyant to take care of the financial responsibility of their children. So financial independence is the key here. Therapy and support groups, emotional healing and solidarity with others. So some of them may need to associate themselves with other single parents that have been successful, so that they can get to learn from others how it was possible for them to be able to raise up their children as single parents. What were the tricks? What were the hacks that they applied to be able to effectively handle their children without their children being corrupt? Most children are vulnerable in the hands of single parents. Most of them end up being corrupt by the society. So what are those possible solutions? One is for them to be able to associate with successful single parents to find out the hacks they actually applied. Next is that they have to set boundaries in relationships with other males, for prospective males, for those ones that are already seeking their attention, so that they will not end up being used up. Because most of those males may be coming because of their beauty. Some of them may be coming because of what they could get financially. Some of them may come because they just want a temporal partner while they are searching for something better. So she need to start setting up boundaries to enable her get the type of man that she wants, that will be able to father her children. So you have to learn to recognize red flag from those prospective men. The next one is that governmental and non-governmental organizations had to also see how to support some of these single parents. Access to childcare should be provided. Healthcare services should be subsidized for single parents. And then legal aid for some of those instances where the men are abusing them, or it was a result of abuse, or as a result of the man filing for divorce when the challenge was coming from the man's side. So legal aid should be provided to them. Healthcare services should be subsidized for them, as well as childcare services should be readily available by the support of government and non-governmental organizations. Community awareness and campaigns can help reduce stigmatization and build communal support for most of these single parents. So by way of recommendation, for those of us that have stayed up to this point, for those of us that watch the rebroadcast, for those of us that will check back the video later, you can check out books such as The Single Mother Survival Guide by Patrice Cast. You can check up that book. It will be a beautiful tool in your arsenal. Organization so that National Partnership for Women and Families can also be reached out to. So research work such as Pew Research Center, The Rise of Single Parent Families, can be reached out to as a reference. What are the possible recommendations and action? We encourage local initiatives that will support single parents to be put in place. Also, that we need to promote positive male role models and responsible fatherhood. So as a young man that's about getting married, before you get married, you should count the cost. You should know that your absence in the life of those children would have a profound negative effect in the later on. And so therefore, you should ensure that anyone you want to settle in for, you'll be there for those children when they come forth. Schools and churches should offer free or subsidized counseling and skill building workshops. So by way of call to action, let us stop seeing single mothers as weak or desperate. Please, let us stop seeing them as being weak morally or otherwise. Let us stop seeing them as being desperate. As I said, you can make reference to that movie Strong. It is actually one of the trending movies in line for this particular topic. If you watch that movie, you will see the need to be emotionally there for single parents. It's not easy for them. It's not easy at all. So it is time society rallies behind them instead of exploiting their vulnerabilities. It is time for society to rise up for them. If you are a single mother, seek community and strength. Don't just try to take care of your children in isolation. You may not be able to carry up or to be emotionally strong enough to carry up those roles. If you know any single parent out there, offer support to them. And your relationship with them should be non-judgmental. So I don't know at this point, is there any contribution, any recommendation, any suggestion at all? Let us know in the comment box. Any suggestion, any contribution, any recommendation? I want to end by saying that single mothers are often used not because they are weak. They are not often used because they are weak, but because society has failed to protect and empower them. That's the reason why single mothers have been used up or end up being used up. It's not because they are weak, but because society has failed to protect and empower them. It is time we change the narrative by offering compassion, resources, and real opportunities to single mothers. A single mother's strength is unmatched when she is truly supported. Please take note of this. A single mother's strength is unmatched when she is truly supported. So let's be there for them emotionally. Let's be there for them financially and otherwise. Our support will mean a whole lot to single mothers out there. And if you are a single mother watching this, you are strong indeed. Nobody may understand your story as you do. Keep pushing. Keep being stronger. You will be a good role model to your children by your stories and your lifestyle if you don't give up. And if you lead them in the right path, Tomorrow, you'll be a good role model to someone out there. Keep being strong. And we believe that God will continue strengthening you out there. God will continue being your supplier and your support. At this point, we would like to end here, but before then, I look forward to that moment where this channel becomes your most favorite click. For now, I will say stay safe. I love all of you. Cheers. See you on subsequent video.